Hello everybody, welcome back to the Rumour Mill with me, Connor McGilligan. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Guys, if you want some bonus content, head on over to the Patreon account where we will have Generation Leeds coming out in the next couple of days. We've also got transfer bits on there. All proceeds go to the running of the One Leeds Fan Channel, which we are hoping to up in terms of content. But for me to do that, guys, I need your support, so make sure you're slapping a like on the video. Make sure you're commenting. As always, I read every single comment. And if you're not subscribed to the Leeds United One Leeds Fan Channel, what are you doing? What are you doing? Make sure you do so. Okay, so today I want to discuss multiple things. Today I want to discuss Jack Harrison, Sinisterra, Willyonto. We'll start with the latter. Willyonto, it looks like, according to Ben Jacobs, who's been speaking on Give Me Sport, isn't sort of siphoning a move out of Ellen Road, and he's predicting that Willyonto will stay at the Yorkshire club. Interesting, after my discussion on him the other day. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Why should he stay? Why should he go? Well, Everton aren't going to come in for him. It's going to be someone on the European circuit, potentially Italy, where he's from. Obviously, he's trying to secure his place in the Italian national team for the World Cup, which will be primary for him. But is he going to be able to do that? Well, he's not going to be able to do that on the bench at Leeds United, but there is hope for Leeds. You know, Ben Jacobs has been saying that there's no one in Willyonto's camp who's kicking up a fuss at this moment in time, and he predicts that he will stay at Ellen Road. Now, there's a lot of people who seemingly just want Willy to leave, and I don't really understand that. I'd get it if we got a really good valuation for him, but if there's rumours from in and around the camp that he's not expressing his desire to leave, I'm not 100% sure how much I believe that because of his playing time. However, if he's not kicking up a fuss, Angus Kinnear apparently did absolutely everything to keep him at the club, as did Daniel Farke. They did so, they were successful. I think he's just got to ride out till the end of the season. I do believe Willyonto will do that at Leeds United. So that's good news hearing today that apparently, according to Ben Jacobs, there's no rustling on his camp. There's no outward anger at what's going on. I think he's just disappointed from what we're reading from Ben Jacobs that he's not been in the starting 11. That's up to Willyonto. Now, competition breeds success. My next point, I wanted to talk about Jack Harrison. Now, loads to discuss when it comes to Jack Harrison. He seems to be fitting in really, really well at Everton. Now, is this a problem for Leeds? Not at all. I don't think right now he fits into this Leeds United side whatsoever. I think we've got the front four, the quartet, who are just so good, and the cohesiveness between those players is very, very good. I also think when you look at players coming in, I think Jaden Anthony is calibre-wise extremely good, and I think he's Premier League level. I think the other four are also just Premier League level as well. So yeah, I think Jack Harrison will be struggling to get into this side. I really think that, and I'm happy with him being out on loan at Everton. I'm happy that he's doing well, because what's that going to do with Leeds United? Is he going to be signed by Everton? According to multiple reports today, they're not willing to pay 30 million quid. Why? Because they don't have the money. There's still rumours of a point deduction with Everton, FFP. It's been breached at one point, and now this is the result of such FFP breakages, apparently. And is he ever going to get, an opportunity like that again when it comes to, Jack Harrison? I think he will. I think there are going to be Premier League clubs looking at him, and he's getting numbers, got an assist at the weekend. I think there are going to be Premier League clubs looking at Jack Harrison and saying, look, he's done it for Leeds. He's done it for Leeds. He has proved, he's produced numbers for years now. In my opinion, he's never been consistent with it. However, he's been able to do so on a level where he's on ultimately the world stage when it comes to the Premier League. So Jack Harrison will be sought after by multiple clubs. It will not just be Everton. So him being in the shop window, which he is now, is absolutely fine by me. Sinisterra, someone else I wanted to speak about, and someone who follows a very similar blueprint. He was excellent against Newcastle, it has to be said, and you guys know that I loved him at Leeds United. That Ipswich taking apart was him and Gnonto, and it was fantastic to watch. It was a delight. And Sinisterra, when he was on pomp, I think he scored 8 goals for Leeds last year. He was one of our best players, if not our best player, and injuries just killed him a little bit. But there is no doubt that the technicalities of this boy is Premier League level. We all know that, hence why he's with Bournemouth and Iriola. They're having a little bit of a cuddle after the game, and when Sinisterra was going up against Newcastle, they just couldn't deal with him. He should have scored, but they couldn't deal with him, and it brings you to a conundrum when it comes to Sinisterra of, would you take him back if we were in the Premier League? Well, Leeds are in a really good situation right now. I think Sinisterra is different to any winger that we have at the club right now. I think he offers a lot when it comes to beneficiaries to this starting lineup. I think he's very creative. I think he's durable. I think he's very skillful. I think he's agile. I think he's very, very good at any level for Leeds United. So we're in a really good scenario because, once again, similarly to Jack Harrison, these players are proving it and are going to prove it. I do think Sinisterra will prove it. But the question with Sinisterra in particular is, would you take him back? Well, if we got to the Premier League, would he want to come back? And, part of the deserters, as was Jack Harrison, of course. But the beautiful thing about that is there's another option. There's always another option. Leeds can sell him on for really good money. But if you wanted to keep someone like Sinisterra, who's already proven in this new quartet that he can fit in and he can do excellent work there too, there is proof that this would work with Sinisterra. So, yeah, good options for Leeds United there, and it's going to be interesting to see if Leeds United do exercise that. Ian Peda, another one I wanted to speak about as well. Peda at this moment in time, he's not getting a lot of game time, is he? And I don't know what his future is going to be at Leeds United. That's something to definitely consider. He was one of the main men in those first 3 or 4 games when Leeds weren't really at their pomp. We weren't, were we? That's why we are where we are and we're not in the top 2. It's because we languished and we weren't able to capitalise, and Peda was part of that setup with Shackleton and Gelhardt, without any disrespect. And he looked okay. He looked like one of the better players, but 3 substitute appearances in 14 games is crazy, especially for where he was at. And he almost falls in the same bracket of Gelhardt, of Cresswell. I've just not been in the manager's plans. And even Ian Peda, his stock might be relatively high from those couple of games, those 2 or 3 games that he played at Leeds United. And I think I'd be looking at selling Ian Peda. I really would. I don't really see a future at Leeds United. You don't want to just sort of wind down that contract. You want to be able to sell this guy on and get a little bit of cash for him, or loan him out with an obligation at the end of it. And that's something I'd definitely be exercising when it comes to Ian Peda. But another bit of news, everybody, is Rotherham have sacked Matt Taylor ahead of the Leeds game. There is rumours that Neil Warnock might be coming back, and wouldn't that be ideal? They couldn't have just kept him in for one more game. Rotherham will be thinking to themselves, look, we got Leeds when we come back. It's a big Yorkshire game, one of our cup finals, and we need to be exercising that demon when it comes to beating Leeds United and recreating that famous 2-1 that they got years and years ago with Johnson, Clark, Harris and Antonucci scoring for us. But they'll all be up for it there. It'll be a sellout. And with a new manager, are they going to potentially get a bounce? Who knows? Now, the big news today is Finlay Gorman. Now, a lot of you will be saying, Connor, who on earth is Finlay Gorman? Well, according to a report by The Athletic, the 15-year-old, who is an attacking midfielder, is poised to join Manchester City in what is going to be a British transfer record for his age. The 2 clubs are believed to have agreed a fee worth 7 figures, and Leeds are powerless at the minute. I think it's because he hasn't struck a pro contract yet, but it was first reported by the YEP about a month ago. But he's flying at this moment in time. City really highly rate him. And they've been after him since he was 14 years of age. But is City the right move for him? I'd have liked him to stay at Leeds, and apparently Leeds tried to sell him the pathway of Archie Gray, but he wasn't convinced, which is a shame. But we move on. I think the beautiful thing is Leeds are still able to produce youngsters like this, but it's the sad part of football that, unfortunately, you get the clubs like Man City who are going to take advantage of that. So yeah, and I wanted to finish on this, everybody. The next 2 fixtures for each club. So Leicester have got Watford at home and Sheffield Wednesday away. Ipswich have got West Brom away and Millwall at home. Leeds, Rotherham away, Swansea at home. So I hope that fills you with a little bit of positivity. Who's going to slip up next? We can't be forgetting about Southampton, of course, because they are coming and they're only a point behind Leeds United. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, everybody. But before you leave, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate if you headed on over to the Patreon, supported the channel. If you want a bit of bonus content, as I say, we'll be releasing a podcast on there very, very soon. And yeah, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think to Finlay Gorman? Are you upset about it? Willyonto, where's his position at Leeds? Sinisterra, would you take him back? And Jack Harrison, how much is he worth? Let us know in the comment section below.